Hey, good evening to you, and welcome here to the Great Western Hyper as we get ready for Ordinger basketball here on a Friday evening as a Montana Tech getting ready to take on the Bengals out of University of Maine, Fort Kent. Now, University of Maine making a long road trip over here as they will take on Montana Tech tonight. They'll take on Western, I want to say tomorrow night, and then they have the University of Providence as well on this trip westward. So the Bengals taking on the Digs. The Bengals have been in the NAIA. They have also been an independent as they're part of the United States Collegiate Athletic Association, primarily competing as an independent since the 2012 academic year. They were in the Sunrise Athletic Conference in the NAIA from 2002 to 2003, then again in 2010. So that's kind of the level of play we're looking at is another NAIA team. But it's still going to be really hard to kind of guess what we're up against here because, you know, obviously we just don't know what kind of opponents they've played. They have played the University of Maine. They got beat by the University of Maine 98-47. From there, they have a couple wins over community colleges. They have a win over Central Maine Community College. They beat Brighton and Stratton out of Albany. And then they lost to that same squad in a game in Buffalo. So obviously a lot of teams we're unfamiliar with, and we'll see kind of what they present here tonight as Montana Tech comes in undefeated, getting ready to take on the Bengals here on a Friday night. As we have Ordinger basketball here on Digger Vision, we're going to get our national anthem. So with that, we'll pause. We are back here to the campus of Montana Tech right after this. Hey, once again, good evening to you, and thanks for joining us here as we get ready for this one as Montana Tech getting ready to take on the Bengals out of UMFK. As thank you for joining us here on a Friday night as the Digs taking on the Bengals here this evening. Montana Tech, let's take a look at their schedule. The Digs up to number 5 in the country. That is their highest ranking in school history as they climbed up to number 5 this week, and they have a couple of big ones coming up here in, what are we looking at, just a little over 2 weeks. As I guess the first big one, if you will, right out of the gate is a little school called the University of Montana. They'll be in Missoula on December 10th. Then from there, they go to the Cactus Classic. We'll be in Arizona. Those games are coming up on December 16th and the 17th. Their first game is against Arizona Christian, who currently is number 1 in the country. And then the Masters is their second game. The Masters are number 7 in the country. And those are going to be huge matchups. Again, it's Montana Tech number 5 in the country here in the latest poll. And that will... you know, those games will influence so much later in the season when it comes down to strength of schedule, when it comes down to arc ratings. Those games are going to mean an awful lot. So, again, Arizona Christian coming up on December 16th, the Masters on December 17th, and we're getting ready tonight here for UMaine Fort Kent. And the starting group out. And Braden Cook getting the starting nod here tonight for Montana Tech, the young man that drained that huge three not long ago. As Cook out of Helena, transferred out of Carroll College. He's a 6'3" sophomore. Next out for the Digs is going to be Birdie, as Hayden Decons will come out on the floor. Decons, the Frontier Conference defensive player of the week this past week. He was offensive player in week 1. Decons, a 6'6" junior. And, of course, just an absolute monster. We have Ifeanyi Okeke on the floor. Okeke out of California, 6'7" senior. And also out on the floor, getting the starting nod today, is Keely Bake. Keely, the senior out of Fairfield. And last but not least is Big Mike. Michael Ewer down on the block. Mike is 6'7" senior, and he is out of Idaho. So that's kind of our starting 5 here for the Digs tonight. And again, thanks for joining us here as the Bengals taking on the Digs. And we are ready to roll here. So KK will step into the center circle here. And it looks like he'll jump it off with Aiden Grady. Grady, a 6'8" senior out of Portland, Oregon. So the ball goes in the air. OKK swats it into the back courts. And Keely Bake will bring it into the offensive zone. There defensively is Creech. He'll hand it off to Decons. Decons near side to Cook. Braden Cook up top to Michael Ewer. Into Decons. Pass is tipped. OKK goes and gets it. Power dribble off the glass and in. So OKK gets the first basket of the night. And here come the Bengals back the other way. Navy, silver, and white. Bounce pass goes out left side out to Shower. Shower outside the arc. Pass now up top to Grady. Grady back to Shower. Shower drives into the high post, puts on the brakes. Moves it back to Creech. Creech runs into OKK. Now they'll set a high screen, looking for pick and roll. They get it. Stepping through with a right hand. Shot comes up short. Rebound by Decons. And here come the Digs the other way in transition. They'll drop it off to Braden Cook. Cook fires and gets it. Braden Cook drains the three, and Montana Tech goes up 5-0. Back the other way. Fort Kent, good spin move. Creech throws it up top. They'll move it out on the far left wing. Three-point shot is on the way, long, tipped. And here come the Digs in transition. Keely Bake. Bake through center circle, goes out to Cook, lost the handle on it. It's taken away by Shower. DJ Shower in transition, puts it high off the glass, no good. Michael Ewer with a rebound. Good defense getting back that time. OKK in the paint. Leaves it for Michael Ewer, and he will be fouled by Grady. So that will put the Digs at the line. Michael Ewer will shoot the first free throws here of the evening. And Fort Kent going to call a quick timeout. Montana Tech jumps out to a 5-0 early lead as Braden Cook knocked down a three. OKK put one in to get us started. And the Digs up over the Bengals 5-0. So again, we were talking about Montana Tech's schedule a little bit earlier. After tonight, their next game will be December 6th. That's a Friday, as St. Mary's out of Alberta will be joining us. And actually, it's a split day because at noon on Friday of that day, it is it's the kindergarten, or I shouldn't say kindergarten, it's the grade school day, as the Montana Tech ladies will take on St. Mary, and we will have every grade school in existence joining us. This place will be packed to the rafters. That game will take place at noon, and then the men's game will be at 5:30 later on in that day. So a good one coming up December 6th. Michael Ewer at the line. First is up and out, no good. After the St. Mary game, again, as I mentioned, Montana Tech will go on the road to the University of Montana. That's a Tuesday night, December 10th at 7 p.m. Ewer's second is no good. And the Digs back the other way. Get back defensively. Creech drives. Scoop pass underneath. Ball comes out. Hook shot up and out. No good. Aiden Grady doing a good job fighting his way on the interior. Just unable to get it in. And here come the Digs the other way. Ewer out to Decons. Decons with the left hand in the high post. We're going to get a whistle and a travel call on Decons as he put on the brakes at the right elbow. About 2 minutes gone here in this ball game. Across the timeline, here comes Creech. Creech drops the pass there to Guerrero. Jordy Guerrero out of Miami, Florida, a senior guard. Near side, Gravely. Gravely moves it left to Guerrero. Long, deep three, no good. Rebound tracked down in the corner, but taken away Montana Tech. 3-on-2. Okeke kicks it across. Keely Bake with the layup. And he gets the foul. So Keely Bake gets the basket. He'll shoot one. Montana Tech leading 7-0 here in the opening moments. So it looks like Fort Kent get a line change here. They'll get 5 new bodies in. So a line change brings a whole lineup of new troops. Barrow comes in. Sasaki is also on the floor. It looks like Vucevic is out there. Hodges as well. Back the other way, Sasaki into the offensive zone. Switch to the left hand, top of the posts. Leaves it off there to Hodges. Hodges with the right hand, puts it up, no good. Rebound controlled, Okeke. Nice job not stepping out of bounds. Quickly in transition comes Montana Tech. Keely Bake has his pocket picked. And here come the Bengals in transition. They'll drift out to the left wing. Out there with it is Barrow. Now here on the near side, Vucevic. 3-ball, no good. Big rebound, Michael Ure again. Ure is dominant on the glass right now. Tipped away. Bengals get the turnover. Loose on the ground, picked up. Right side is Lamovic. Now left side is Lamovic. Comes back up to get it. Tariq. Pass down to the bottom right corner it goes. Vucevic, his 3-ball no good. Michael Ure gets another rebound. Good pressure, wraparound pass, able to get rid of it. Into the offensive side comes Montana Tech. So the digs, near side. Pass goes down inside to Michael Ure. Ure up top, 3-point shot is on the way, and good. Keely Bake strokes the 3. Keely Bake puts that one down, and the digs go up 11-0. 16-14 left to play here in the first half. Fort Kent with it. Pass goes out left side, Sasaki. Sasaki now to Barrow. Barrow fires wide right, no good. Rebound loose on the ground, diving for it down there. And Keely Bake looks like he's going to get picked up foul here as he went flying after it. And it looks like that is going to be the case here. 4 minutes gone here in this first half. Montana Tech leading 11-0. And Fort Kent's will look to bring it in down on the baseline. So no foul was put on the big board. Must have just gone out. The inbound tips, whistle, and a foul. Strong take by Hodges. Devin Hodges, the sophomore out of Mississippi. And he's going to go to the line here for the Bengals. So the Digs leading 11-0 here in this opening half. And Hodges will go to the line. So Hodges up to the stripe. Chance for the first point here for Fort Kent today. His first is good. So Hodges puts the first one down. Substitution, Michael Ure will get a breather. And into the ball game for the Digs, going to be Rhett Reynolds. Rhett, the sophomore, will get his first minutes here today. As of right now, I was going to look up, Michael Ure has 4 rebounds already here in the first 4 minutes. As the Bengals get 2 points on the board from the foul line. Keely Bake into the offensive side. Also out there for the Digs now is Kulonges. Okeke out to Bake. Bake with the left hand around a screen. Drives into the paint. Pass wide left. Rhett Reynolds. He'll drive in. Back out. Bake will fire. 3-ball is good. Keely Bake, ladies and gentlemen. So Keely Bake, 2 for 2 from downtown. He hasn't missed a shot yet tonight. The Digs up 14-2. Driving into the high posts as Vucevic has it. In the paint, spinning right. Shot is up and in as Barrow put it down. Full court pressure applied. Backing up a little bit as Kulonges across the timeline. Freshman, bounce pass to Decons. Decons now to Okeke. Montana Tech leading by 10. Bottom left corner, drives into the high posts. They move it out to Decons. Decons around a screen. Stops, spins to his left-hand side. Ball comes out, whistle, and a foul. And that's going to go on Vucevic. So Vucevic will pick up his first personal foul. Guerrero is back into the ball game. Also for the Bengals, Aiden Grady comes in. So the Digs leading by 10. And Montana Tech looking to bring it in here. Into the ball game for the Digs, Connor Machad. Also out there is going to be Carson Peffer. And the turnover back the other way. Peffer out a couple games with an injury to a finger. You can see it taped up on his right hand. Pass down to the right side, Guerrero in the corner. Guerrero wants the baseline. Coulanges trying to reach in. Pass is tipped out, and here come the Digs the other way. 3-on-2, whistle, and a foul, as Sasaki going to be called with the personal. So a 10-point lead here for the Digs. Montana Tech. Let's see what we've got here. As we take a look, Montana Tech has not missed a shot yet. Coulanges up to Ure down to the block it goes. With the right hand, skyhook, Machad off the glass and in. So Machad knocks down the three. And here comes Fort Kent back the other way. Handoff here on the near wing as Vucevic with it to Sasaki. Sasaki. Islamovic. A big shot up top as Islamovic will put it down. And the Bengals trim the lead to 9. Montana Tech leading 16-7. Keely Bake into the offensive zone. Pass comes into the hands of Machad. Machad. Coulanges drives. Coulanges puts up the shot. Rattles out. No good. Defensive rebound brought in. The Bengals come out with it. It's the first missed shot here for Montana Tech today. The other way we go. Wraparound pass is tipped. Montana Tech basketball. Coulanges trying to find an opening into the offensive zone. Great dribble by Josh to the rack. Goes up. Draws the foul. So the Digs leading 16-7. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 13:23 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leads 16-7. We're back here after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Hey, we're back here once again after a timeout. Montana Tech leading 16-7 as the University of Maine Fort Kent here in the mining city. Again, the first time these two teams have met. I believe if I was listening to Coach Hyatt earlier today, I believe they were scheduled to come over, or at least west, when COVID came through. And I don't know, I remember him saying something about an Oregon team, so I don't know if we were going to go to Oregon to participate like in a, like kind of a long format weekend tourney or what it was. But they were, Montana Tech was supposed to meet the Bengals a couple years ago, and COVID had other things to say about that. So this Bengal team will make their way here. They'll play Western and Providence. The Western coaches are in attendance. Coulanges knocks down the free throw. It's another young man I'm really excited for his future here. Has put in a ton of time. Coulanges, a freshman out of Trenton, New Jersey, played at Cardinal O'Hara High School. And the Bengals back the other way as Coulanges goes 1 of 2 from the foul line. Grady sets a screen. Instead, they go to the baseline. Nice defense that time, is swatting it out of bounds. Quick hands that time by Peffer. Peffer, one of the new additions here to this Orediger team in this past offseason. Fort Kent Pass comes in, nice take, nice finish that time as A.J. Creech, the junior, goes up and puts it down. And we'll get a short timeout here on the floor. Montana Tech leading 17-9. Montana Tech came out on fire early, and then the Bengals started to get their balance a little bit and kind of pump the brakes a little bit. Montana Tech leading 17-9. The Digs after the timeout on the floor. Again, obviously a busy weekend. It looks like we had a meeting in the back room as far as the football playoffs. Second round of the NAIA football playoffs are tomorrow. Montana Tech hosting Northwestern College. Kickoff 1 o'clock. We'll have that for you here on Dig Revision as well. The officials meeting was a little bit earlier. Nice pass into Mike, and Yor will finish. Great feed by Cook. Bengals fighting in traffic, trying to find some room as Creech. His shot no good. Peffer goes up to get it. Yor is going to stop and tie his shoe, and the Digs into the offensive zone. Keely Bake. Peffer, far right wing. Nice bounce pass into Yor. Double team coming. Ball stripped away from him. He's able to get it back up top to Peffer. Real active defensively here are the Bengals. Nice take by Peffer. And Carson will get the basket. Montana Tech leading 21-9. High pace here right now. Nice take that time with the right hand was Grady, and he is going to be fouled by Michael Yor. So that's Mike's second. And we'll see. Yep, that's going to get him out here. The only thing that really has been an issue for Montana Tech here in the early part of the season has been some fouls in the post. OKK got in foul trouble here. I want to say, was it the LC game possibly? If I remember correctly, it was. And actually, every post player for Tech got into foul trouble in that ball game. Still came out on top. So Grady knocks it down, the senior. And Montana Tech by 10. Keely Bake across the timeline. Keely. Pass goes near side, Hayden Decons. Decons wants the baseline. He'll take it with a wraparound and gets it. Hayden Decons gets in the book. That's his first shot. And the Digs go up by a dozen, 23-11. Fort Kent looking to set things up in the offensive side. The pace right now is where Montana Tech wants it. That's a nice deep shot as Guerrero knocks down the three. So Jordy knocks down the three. Guerrero has 3 points today. He's 1 of 2 from downtown. Already the Bengals are 4 of 15 from downtown already in this first half. Cook hands it off to OKK. OKK double teamed. Driving, spins back to his left hand. OKK goes with the right hand, comes up just short, gets his own rebound back up. Ifanye puts it in. Great effort that time by OKK, padding the stats, getting himself an O board and putting it home. 10:50 left to play here in the first half. Digs up 25-14. Sasaki drops it off underneath to Grady. Grady pops from 12, no good. OKK with a rebound. Bengals shooting 26%. Tech into the offensive side. Cook, far right, Cook into Decons. Decons looking on the interior with the left hand. Good pass into OKK. OKK, great athleticism. And that is on display right now as OKK just a step faster than Grady in the paint right now. We'll see what the Bengals do to adjust on that side. Tech leading by 13. That one's going to be knocked away. Will remain Bengal basketball. So Tech with their largest lead here of the ball game. Midway point of this first half. Keely Bake has 9 points for Montana Tech. OKK with 6. On the other side, Islamovich has 3 and Guerrero has 3. And Fort Kent the other way. Bengals top of the horn. Pass goes left. Now down toward the corner. Deep 3-point shot, no good. Big rebound, Braden Cook. Cook clears it out and digs the other way. Okeke looking for the interior. Pass to Rhett Reynolds is knocked away. Good effort that time by Barrow. As Soleimani had a big right arm in there. Sophomore from Senegal. This Fort Kent team is worldly, my goodness. Nigeria, Senegal, a couple from the States, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, Japan. In the paint, shot is up, shot is in for Hayden Decons. 15-point lead for the Digs, their biggest of the evening. Fort Kent, Sasaki, pass down to the bottom left corner. Driving, looking for the call. That one's thrown all the way back out to Hodges. Hodges, Islamovic fires the three. Quick pull up, no good. Decons with the rebound. Decons quickly the other way into the offensive zone. Rebound number 3 for him on the day. Decons backs it out to Okeke, right side Cook. Cook with the left hand, top of the horn. Bounce pass to Okeke. Pass out, fire, it's on its way, it's good again, Keeley Bake. Keeley Bake has not missed. He's 4 of 4 from the floor, 3 of 3 from downtown. And he is into double digits with 12 points. Pass tipped and taken away, Decons. Down it goes to Keeley. Bounce pass into Okeke. To Cook. Nice step through, fires. Braden Cook. Boy, Montana Tech's range right now is just on. The Digs are shooting 88% from the floor. They're 14 of 16. Just an incredible start. They haven't missed from downtown. They're 4 of 4 from the three-point line. Bengals, right side. Three-point shot up and in. As answering that time is Vucevic. 17-point lead for the Digs. Keeley Bake. Looks like Vucevic on him defensively. Out to Braden Cook. Cook. Now to Rhett Reynolds. Reynolds hands it off to Decons. Decons, pump fake once, steps, pass goes out on the right side, Okeke. Okeke through the paint, comes up to Decons. Hayden fires wide right. Okeke grabs the rebound, back out to Cook. Cook in the corner, 3-ball, no. Defensive rebound, Fort Kent. And back the other way come the Bengals. Montana Tech's defense attacking way outside the arc. We're going to get a whistle on the other side. As Keeley Bake going to be called with it. I didn't even hear the whistle, to be honest. 17-point lead for the Digs. Braden Cook will get a breather, and Owen Long will come in. Owen, the sophomore, out of Three Forks. Bengals, pass comes in left side. Moves up top. Goes back out to Creech. Creech. And that's going to be an offensive on Creech. So Creech called with the offensive, and that will go to the Digs. 17-point lead here for Montana Tech, 34-17. Substitution, Peffer will come back in here for Tech. Full court pressure put on here again by the Bengals. Bengals 3 turnovers. Montana Tech actually with 5. But they're still shooting 78% from the floor. Keeley Bake, left wing, up top. Long, now to Peffer. Peffer spins to his right, wants the baseline. Pass is tipped, comes all the way out to Long. Long now up top, right side, Keeley Bake. Bake around to screen. Bake. Decons has just a slip of the lane. Closed off. Bake fires. Keeley back of the iron, no. Bengals with the rebound. Here comes Fort Kent the other way. Driving, right-handed, off the glass, no good. Rhett Reynolds with the rebound. Keeley Bake with the outlet. Bake stops at the 10-foot mark, gets it off to Decons. Decons, no. Peffer with the offensive glass, goes up, draws the foul. Good take by Decons, just couldn't get it to go. Peffer in great position to pull down the offensive glass, and he will shoot a pair. 17-point lead here for the Digs. We have a timeout on the floor. Montana Tech leading 34-17. We're back here to the Hyper after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
(34-17) our score. Montana Tech up over the Bengals. As right now the Digs shooting 70% from the floor, 57% from the three-point line. On the other side, for the Bengals right now, 25% from the floor. As Peffer at the line, his first is up and out. It's the only place that has bitten Montana Tech shooting right now thus far. They're 2 of 6 from the free throw line. And honestly, that has been a spot that hasn't been exceptional for the Digs to start this season. The free throw line has not been their friend a whole lot here early. We'll see if that changes as we continue. Bengals, 3 wide, high-low post. Coming up to get it is Grady. Grady looking on the interior. He's going to take it with the right hand. Stops, spins, follow-away jumper from the elbow. New. Peffer with another rebound. So Peffer gets the rebound. Montana Tech dominating the glass right now, 18-6, the rebounding edge. Reynolds, Decons, near side, Peffer. Peffer, now to Keely Bake. Bake moves it up to Peffer, steps through. Peffer attacks, it won't go, and he's called with a walk. So that extra step will cost him, and Fort Kent will go the other way. Montana Tech leading 35-17. Across the timeline, Bengals, far left wing. Creech. Creech. Guerrero. Guerrero now to Gravely. Montana Tech leads by 18. They have led by as much as 20 here. Long, deep three is up and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Montana Tech. Owen Long comes down with it. And the Digs into the offensive zone. Pass is booted as Creech gets a toe on it. A.J. Creech, junior out of Augusta, Georgia. As I mentioned, this Maine team is from all points on the globe, for goodness sake. Coulanges to Peffer. Peffer near side, Owen Long. Long with the right hand. Coulanges lost the ball, comes out, and with the steal is going to be Shower. Shower gets rid of it to Gravely. Pass intercepted Reynolds. Reynolds gets out in front. They almost trip him, and Rhett goes up and hammers it home. DJ Shower tried to trip Reynolds as he was going down the court. The Digs up by 20. Double team, nice pick and roll. Attacking with the right hand, shot won't go. Reynolds will pick up the personal. Aiden Grady put on the brakes. Wait for the defender to get to him. So the Digs up by 20, 37-17. Aiden Grady, the 6'8" senior out of Portland. His first here is up and out, no good. Grady has battled in the block so far here today. Grady is 0 of 4 from the floor. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And his second here is no good. Grady 2 of 4 from the stripe. Digs in transition. Nice pass into Decons, and it rolls in. Hayden Decons has 6 points. The Digs up by 22. Shot blocked by Reynolds. Reynolds, playing outside hitter, gets his first kill of the afternoon. 4:22 left to play here in the first half. Tech leading by 22. their biggest lead here of the contest. They jumped up early and just have not looked back. They have shot lights out this entire first half. They're currently shooting 73% from the floor. And with 4:22 left to play here in the first half, it looks like we have a timeout. It's going to be a short timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. The Digs lead by 22. Keeley Bate, the leading scorer on the floor. Keeley has 12 points. He's 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from downtown. And he has 12 points, the only player in double digits right now. From there for Tech, you have OKK with 6, Deacons also with 6. On the other side, Guerrero, Islamovic, and Vucevic all have 3 points here for the Bengals. Diggs leading 39-17. As Fort Kent looking to bring it in. They do so to Grady. Grady moves it out to Creech. Creech with a right hand back to his left side. Creech, great first step. His pass is tipped out of bounds. Yeah, it's going to be, baseline officials said Tech ball, but that was definitely tipped up and out by the Digs. So the Bengals will keep it in their offensive zone here. Substitution back in for the Digs. Connor Mashad, the freshman out of Frenchtown. The inbound to Creech. Creech has had a good first half. He's only taken 2 shots, but boy, really has handled the rock well. Lost the handle on that one, and that's going to be a turnover to the Digs. Turnover number 5 for the Bengals here. And Montana Tech looking at full court pressure. Kulonjis and Cook split to get open. Kulonjis back to help. Cook dribbles across the timeline. Bounce pass, Kulonjis. Josh going to his right. Passes that way to Long. Reynolds now to Cook. A young unit out here for the Digs right now. Kulonjis up to Cook. Cook fires from the elbow. It's up and in. Just one of the more natural shooters you're going to come across. That's all there is to it. That kid, since the second he stepped out for Helena Capital, he has just shot the ball so well. Battling in the paint. Nice take to the basket. It won't go, but Reynolds going to be called with a shove. Those two really getting after it on the interior. Boy, Long is fighting for everything on the inside here for the Bengals. Diggs up 41-17. Aiden Grady at the line. Grady's first here is up and good. Grady is 3 of 5 from the free throw line here tonight. OKK is back in. Reynolds out. Looks as though Sasaki is in as well. And Grady gets the second one down. He goes 2 of 2 from the line. Into the offensive side, OKK. OKK up toward the top, passes out on the right wing. Moving lefts, Long now to Cook. Kulonjis, step back, Kulonjis fires. That one goes wide left. Defensive rebound, Bengals in transition. Back the other way, Islamovic. 3-point shot, front of the rim, New. Long with the rebound, outlet to Cook. Cook attacks, he'll take it to the rack, offensive rebound. And grabbing the glass and getting fouled is Connor Mashad. So Connor Mashad will go to the line here for the Digs. Again, the young freshman from down the Missoula Valley. It's another one that has tremendous future in front of him after a great high school career. So Mashad will get the ball for attempt number 2. The Digs leading 42-19. His second money. So Connor Mashad, 4 points on the day, 1 field goal, and 2 of 2 from the foul line. Montana Tech leading by 24, their biggest lead of the night. Right side with it, pass. Goes up top there, Islamovic, travel call. Good defense, Owen Long. Wasn't giving him any kind of breathing room, and that turnover will go to the Digs. Turnover number 6 on the day for the Bengals. Diggs leading 43-19. Montana Tech, OKK into Colonges. Josh across midcourt, moving right to Decons. Decons to OKK. Now to Colonges. Inside it goes. Back up top, Cook. Colonges, ball fake. Nice pass into OKK, and he'll finish. Boy, OKK just having an outstanding half down on the block. He's 4 of 5 from the floor right now. OKK has 8 points. Good pass on the interior, and it's taken away, but now a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go on OKK, I believe. So OKK going to be called with a hold. 2:13 left to play here in this first half. The Bengals looking to bring it in. They'll lob it all the way up top to Sasaki. Sasaki near side Islamovic. Down the right side, pass comes out on the wing as Gravely falling away, partially tipped. Getting ahead on that one was Mashad. Mashad will get the block. The Diggs into the offensive zone. Under 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Pass here on the near side. Now they get it inside to OKK. OKK. Decons, ball stripped away. Bengals the other way. Down the floor, wide left, Islamovic. Ball stripped away from him. He goes to the ground with it, still in possession. And that one's taken away as Decons comes out with it. Good hustle by Mashad. OKK, whistle and a foul as OKK goes sliding into the padding. The Diggs up 45-19. And at the line going to be OKK. He's 4 of 5 from the floor. He has 8 points. 6 rebounds, 2 assists here for Ifeanyi. Just celebrated his birthday recently. I think that was if I remember right, I think it was the LC game. OKK knocks down the first. Sophie with 9 points. Second most on the floor right now behind Keely Bake, who has an even dozen. Tech still shooting 69% from the floor here in the first half. OKK's second is no good. And back the other way come the Bengals. Montana Tech's lowest shooting percentage right now is from the free throw line. They're shooting 55% from the free throw line, and that is their lowest number shooting right now. With the take, Islamovic moves it here on the near side, Vucevic. That one's going to go out of bounds. Air ball will go to Montana Tech. So the Diggs will get it back here as that one goes out. OKK will look to bring it in. Colonges in the back courts. Decons looks like he's coming to help, as does Braden Cook. Colonges, freshman, into the offensive zone. Braden Cook to OKK, far right side. As that one goes out to Colonges. Colonges behind the back, puts on the brakes. OKK, switch dribble into the paint. He's going to attack. High off the glass and in. That's a tremendous take by Ifeanyi. OKK right now sits with 11. Coast to coast. Shot is up, counted, and the foul that time for Devin Hodges. So Hodges will get the basket and the foul. OKK will pick up the personal. Sophie going to get into foul trouble here once again. As I mentioned earlier, the Diggs have run into some foul trouble here in this early part of the season, especially in the block. With OKK and Yor, they'll look to try and get those numbers a little shorter here as this season goes on. At the line, Devin Hedges shooting one. Rattles in. So Hedges with a three-point play. Tech leading 48-22. Diggs with it. Into the offensive side, Colonges. About 3-second differential between the game and the shot clock. Mashad looking right, hands it off to Colonges. Looks like they're going to burn as much of this as they can. Colonges around a screen. Just inside the arc, he's going to take it down to the baseline. Shot is up, no good. Decons follows up. Decons goes up, gets it with the left hand and puts it in. 2 seconds left. And they're not going to get a shot. So we have one half in the books. Montana Tech leading 50-22. The Orediggers up over the Bengals out of the University of Maine, Fort Kent, here in Butte, Montana. We'll take a break. We'll give you the numbers, get you ready for the second half and more after this.
And knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Hey, welcome back here once again as we are at the half. Montana Tech leading the Bengals out of the University of Maine, Fort Kent. 50-22 is our score as we make our way through this Friday evening at Butte, Montana. Let's take a look at the numbers here. The big numbers are Montana Tech's shooting percentage and their rebounds right now as the Digs are out-rebounding the Bengals 25-8. 25-8 is the rebounding difference. Montana Tech with 6 offensive rebounds, 19 defensive rebounds. They have 7 second chance points. And again, out-rebounding Fort Kent 25-8 in that first half. The Digs shot 67% from the floor. They were 20 of 30, 4 of 7 from downtown at 57%. And as I mentioned earlier, 55% from the free throw line. That is their lowest shooting percentage so far in the first half. Let's see other numbers for the Digs. 8 turnovers, which honestly is a high number for this Montana Tech team, a team that has led the nation the last couple years in lack of turnovers. And right now they have 8 turnovers. That number is awfully high for a Coach Hyatt team at this point. Individually, the Digs are led by Keely Bake. 12 points for Keely. He's 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from downtown. He has 1 assist, 1 steal, and that is how things stand here for Keely Bake with a dozen. Ifeanyi Okeke has 11. He's 5 of 6 from the floor. He has 6 rebounds and 2 assists right now for the Digs. Let's see here. Hayden Decons has 8 points. He's 4 of 7 from the floor. He has 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Braden Cook has 7 points. He's 3 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 2 from downtown. Also has a pair of rebounds. Connor Machad has 4 points. Peffer has 3. Rhett Reynolds with 2. Michael Ure with 2. And Josh Kulanjis with 1. Remember, Michael Ure ran into foul trouble as he went to the bench with 2 personals. Only played 7 minutes in that first half of play. Let's go to the other side here for the Bengals as of right now. As I mentioned, 8 rebounds for the Bengals, 1 offensive, 7 defensive rebounds as of right now. Other team numbers, they shot 22% from the floor. They were 6 of 27, 3 of 12 from downtown at 25%, and they shot 78% from the free throw line as they were 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. Individually, 3 guys with, 1 guy with 5 points is Hodges. Hodges has 5 points right now. He is the leading scorer for the Bengals. He's 1 of 2 from the floor and 3 of 3 from the foul line. He has a pair of steals and 1 assist for the Bengals as well. With 4 points, you have Grady. Grady has 4 points. He's 0 of 4 from the floor, but 4 of 6 from the free throw line. And the big man right now sits with 4 points. Guerrero, Islamovic, and also Vucevic have 3 points each. Barrow with a basket for 2, and Creech has 2 points as of right now for the Bengals as Montana Tech leading at the half, 50-22 over University of Maine, Fort Kent, as the Digs just rolling along here on a Friday night. Remember, tomorrow going to be a great day as the Digs will be at home in football as the second round of the NAIA playoffs as Montana Tech hosting Northwest College. That one at 1 o'clock. You'll be able to see it here on Digger Vision as myself and Ron Haskett will have the call from Bob Green Field, the second round of the NAIA playoffs. And it should be a good one. Northwest College is a perennial powerhouse. They've been in the national chipper 3 of the last 5 years. They won the national title in 2022. And certainly, again, just a perennial power, one of the better teams in the country. Really looking forward to see that game tomorrow as Montana Tech. Really kind of... you look at the numbers that you match up number-wise as far as that game tomorrow, and something's got to give. You know, Montana Tech averaging nearly 450 yards of offense a game. Northwest comes in averaging, what are they giving up, like 225 yards a game defensively. They're only giving up 72 yards a game on the ground. Montana Tech rushing for almost 240 yards a game. So something is going to bend. We'll see if something breaks as Montana Tech taking on Northwest tomorrow. Again, we'll have it for you at 1 o'clock here on Digger Vision. We'll take a break. We'll get ready for the second half after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Welcome back here once again as we are making our way through halftime. Montana Tech and the Bengals throwing down. The University of Maine Fort Kent coming west as they're taking on the Digs tonight. They'll take on Western and Providence before they head back to the East Coast. Montana Tech, as I mentioned, as we take a look at Montana Tech's schedule from here on December 6th, which is a Friday, St. Mary's, that's next Friday, I should say. They'll host St. Mary's out of Alberta. It'll actually be kind of a split doubleheader as the Montana Tech ladies will take on St. Mary's at noon next Friday. And then the Montana Tech men will take on the men's program at 5:30. The noon game is a grade school game. We'll have all the grade schools from around Butte, Montana in attendance. And certainly looking forward to that one. Going to be a lot of fun as the Digs taking on St. Mary next Friday. Then they'll go to the University of Montana December 10th. That is a Tuesday for a 7 o'clock matchup with the Grizz. And as I mentioned earlier in the night, then the big one, the Digs are at the Cactus Classic December 16th and the 17th. On the 16th, they'll take on Arizona Christian, who is currently number 1 of the country. Then they'll do battle with the Masters, who is currently number 7 in the country. Is Montana Tech the number 5 team in the latest NAIA poll, the highest ranking that the Digs have ever had in program history, as things continue just to climb here for Coach Adam Hyatt and these Orediggers as they are undefeated here on this early season. The Digs leading 50-22. And again, the big numbers that jump off the page, rebounding differential is huge right now. Montana Tech out rebounding the Bengals 25-8. The Digs leading rebounder is Okeke with 6. Peffer has 4. Decons has 4 as well, as Hayden with 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Montana Tech. On the other side, rebounding-wise, Barrow has 3. as the Bengals only 8 rebounds in that first half as opposed to Montana Tech's 25. That's going to be that has to be a big point of emphasis, getting the boards, especially the offensive boards, trying to convert on points. And we'll see what this second half looks like as these two teams ready to roll. Montana Tech taking on the Bengals out of University of Maine, Fort Kent. I think I still have Fort Kent's schedule up here. Let's see. After tonight, they'll be at Western tomorrow. And then they'll head up to the University of Providence for a matchup on December 2nd. And then they'll head back home. Several games in Maine. Couple home. They've got Fisher College at home. And then they're at University of Maine at Farmington. Houston University. University of Maine Augusta. Home and away as well as we get into the new year. Montana Tech shot 67% in that first half, and it was actually up over 80% for the bulk of that 20 minutes. I want to say about 15 minutes, maybe even a little bit more, was spent over the 80% mark. So as we get ready for the second half, teams out on the floor. And the Bengals will have it. Pass comes into the hands of Gray. Gray hands it off to Sasaki. So Sasaki did not start in the first half. He did play an awful lot in the first half. Taking a look at his numbers, 12 minutes of that first half. He'll hand it off to Hodges. Hodges down in the bottom left corner. It goes to Creech. Creech, wraparound pass, shot blocked. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul as the pass went to Grady. Grady went up, and Deacon's going to be called with a foul. And back to the foul line is Aiden Grady. Grady is 4 of 6 from the foul line. And Grady at the line for his second. Gets that one down. Montana Tech inbound. Trap coming. Keeley Bake dribbles through. Senior into the offensive zone. Passes out to Cook. Cook up top to OKK. Back to Cook. He has the opening. Around a screen. 3 ball is up and out. Offensive rebound. Decons. He'll clear it out to the wing. Cook to OKK. OKK with a right hand. No. Gets his own rebound. OKK. Reverse. Gets it. So OKK puts it down. He has 13 points. He's 6 of 8 from the floor. And Fort Kent, 3 wide, high-low posts. Sasaki fires from the right elbow, no good. OKK with another rebound. And he'll bring it into the offensive zone. Pass to Bake. Bake goes right side, Decons. Decons, near side, Keeley Bake. Out of Michael Ure. Ure ran into foul trouble early, got 2 quick ones, played 7 minutes in the first half. Inside to Cook, and he'll be fouled as Creech got a hand on him. I like Creech as a player. Real active, incredibly fast. Diggs leading 52-24. Their largest lead was 29. OKK up top to Cook. Cook fires. That one rattles out. Decon's another rebound. Ball stripped away. Bengals basketball the other way. So Sasaki into the zone, passes out right side Hodges. Hodges to Creech. Creech dribbles out toward midcourt. He's going to attack left side of the paint, steps through, shot goes up, rebound by Michael Ure. Good defensive pressure that time by Decons again. Truly one of, if not the best defender in the Frontier Conference. Cook spins out to the edge. 3-point shot is up and good. Keeley Bake. Bake is hot right now. Bake is 4 of 6 from downtown. He's the leading scorer on the floor with 15. Sasaki going to his right. Now back to his left into the paint. Gets a little separation, pulls and gets it. Sasaki knocks down the jumper. He has 4 points on the day. And the Diggs up 55-26. Michael Ure going to pop the 3. That one goes wide right. And it goes out of bounds. And that will be Montana Tech basketball. Great defense, Braden Cook that time on Sasaki. So the Digs will inbound here. And Keely Bake will bring it in baseline right side. Bake out to Michael Ure. He's going to square up and fire, and Big Mike knocks it down. Michael Ure knocks down the three. And the Digs up 58-26, a 32-point lead, their biggest of the night. Right corner, three-point shot, no good. Braden Cook with a rebound, 2-on-3. Cook, great pass to across to Okeke. A little bit behind him, but Okeke's athleticism able to grab it, and he'll put it home. Digs up 60-26. Backing in, Hodges, or actually Grady, Grady. And that one's going to go out, and it will be Montana Tech basketball. So the Digs down the floor, across the timeline. Keely Bake puts on the brakes. Keely going left, passes that way. Up to Ure near side, Decons. Decons, now to Cook. Cook goes out on the far left wing. Inside it goes to Michael Ure. Ure looking to back it up on the baseline into the double team. It goes out to Braden Cook for three. Braden Cook gets another one. Cook has 10 points on the day. He's 2 of 4 from the three-point line. The Digs are shooting 54% from downtown as Creech down to the bottom left corner. Pass comes out to Hodges. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Hodges with the right hand. Attacks down the right side of the paint. His shot no good, but he will shoot one. So the Digs leading 63-26. And that is the largest lead of the night. At the line, Devin Hodges. So Hodges, his first is up and good. So they'll stack it up. Hodges will shoot one more here. Hodges, second free throw is up and good. So Hodges gets both. He will check out, and Nick Gravely will come back in. So Gravely in the backcourt with it is Owen Long. Long, cross midcourt into the offensive zone, drops it off to Okeke. Cross to Decons. Decons far left wing, now to Long. He's going to square up and fire. That one rattles out, no good. Okeke tips it in. Okeke off the tip. Nice play that time by Okeke. 17 points. He's 8 of 10 from the floor. And the Bengals out near midcourt. Pass goes out on the left wing. Islamovic. Trouble, whistle, and a foul. And a travel call going to go on Islamovic. And that turnover will go to the Digs. Turnover number 9 here for Fort Kent. Digs leading 65-28. And Montana Tech will inbound here. Long with the left hand into the offensive zone. Okeke clears it across here on the near side. And Creech going to be called with a foul as Keely Bake made his move. So Creech picks up his third personal foul. And Montana Tech will inbound here, leading 65-28. A 37-point advantage for the Digs, their biggest of the night. Long on the far edge. Feeds it into Ure. Ure fake baseline, dribbles into the paint. Steps through, attacks, gets it up, gets it in. Michael Ure puts it in. He has 7 points on the day. He's 3 of 4 from the floor. Digs up 67-28. The rebounding margin still tipped beyond the favor of Montana Tech. Out rebounding the Bengals right now, 32-8. So the Digs will put Islamovic at the line. Islamovic has 3 points on the day, his first free throw attempt of the evening. Montana Tech leading 67-28. Islamovic first is up and in. So Islamovic gets the first one down. And he'll get the ball for attempt number 2. Islamovic puts that one down. Full court man pressure. Keeley Bake in the back courts. Across the timeline, Bake now near side to Long. Owen Long in the offensive zone. Out to Michael Ure. Ure to Keeley Bake. Bake looking on the interior. Feeds it inside to Peffer. Peffer 12 feet away. Wants the baseline. Spins back up top. Wide open. Keeley Bake. Front of the iron. No. Michael Ure gets the offensive glass. Goes up. Draws the foul. So Michael Ure will go to the line here for the Digs. So Mike will step to the stripe. He's 0 of 2 from the free throw line today. He has 7 total points. And Ure, his first is up and in. So Mike, 8 points on the evening. He's 1 of 3 from the foul line. Keeley Bake will go out with 15 points. He's 4 of 7 from the three-point line. As back into the ball game, Josh Kulonjis for the Digs. And back the other way, into the offensive zone. Bengals attacking through the paint. Nice pass, finish, no good. Rebound tipped. Bengals hold on to it. Out there with it is, looks like Novakovic had it there for a moment. Shower into the hands of Novakovic. Hodges takes the baseline, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Peffer. Peffer clears it out, Digs in transition. Long to Okeke, and Okeke finishes. Great passing by the Digs as they go up by 40, their biggest lead of the night. Around a screen, Ure almost got the steal. Pass down in the corner. Three-point shot is up and in. Big-time shot that time by DJ Shower. Tech leading 70-33 here in the second half. Owen Long to Kulonjis, now to Peffer. Peffer, ball on the right hand, attacks, and he will be fouled. 13-15 left to play here in the ball game. Personal foul charge to, looks like Novakovic got it. Oh, my bad, no it's not, it's Shower who got it. So Shower picks up the personal. Michael Ure checks out. Connor Mashad is back in. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 13-15 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 70-33 with the timeout on the floor. We'll take one. We're back here after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
To 33 our score. Montana Tech with the advantage over the Bengals out of University of Maine Fort Kent. Kulonjis, bounce pass comes into Peffer. Peffer goes up, first shot blocked, gets his own rebound twice, back up, Peffer puts it in. Peffer with 2 offensive rebounds in the putback. And Bengals into the offensive side. 4 wide, far right wing with it. Islamovic. Islamovic to Novakovic. Novakovic with the right hand, no. Rebound tipped out. Mashad leaves it out to Cook. Cook at the elbow. He'll go out to Kulanjas. He'll fire. Josh's shot won't go. High bounce. Bengals the other way. Pass up top. 3-point shot. Front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound hauled in by Novakovic. Fresh shot clock here for the Bengals. 12:25 left to play. 3-point shot is up and out, no good. Rebound tipped. Outlet down the floor. Peffer across to Cook. Cook goes up, hammers it home. Braden Cook puts it down with 2 hands. And the Digs go up 74-33, their biggest lead of the night. Baseline take. And we're going to get it offensive as Islamovic across the baseline. Going to be called with the offensive. The ball goes back to Montana Tech. 8 minutes gone here in this second half. Full court man pressure again here by the Bengals. Into the offensive side. Pass goes wide left to Cook. Cook. Kulanjas. Josh up top. Now to Cook. Cook drives, puts it up, off balance, and Cook strokes it. Nice take by Cook. He has 14 points here tonight. And the Digs go up by 43. Ford Kent driving, pass out on the left wing. Out with it as Vucevic. 3-point shot, new. And that one's going to go out of bounds in the corner, and that will go back to Montana Tech. 11:24 left to play here in the ball game. Diggs will be off until next Friday. As a split doubleheader, the women will play at noon next Friday in our grade school game. The men will play at 5:30 next Friday. Montana Tech, near side, goes up top. Looking left, pass comes back here on the near side to Cook. Cook inside to Peffer. Peffer spins as making the run. Shot won't go, stripped away, and stepping out of bounds is going to be Gravely. Reynolds had it stripped away there. And the Digs will keep it in their offensive zone. About 11 minutes left to play here in this ball game. The inbound to Cook. Cook with the right hand puts it down. 16 points for Braden Cook. He's 7 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 4 from downtown. His 16 points is the second highest total on the floor. OKK leading all scorers with 19 as of right now. Bengals drive, step back, shot is up, no good. Peffer goes up for the rebound. It's taken away Gravely. And he'll put it up and in off balance. Nice take by Nick. Montana Tech in the back courts. Kulanjas down the floor. Reynolds across. He'll get it to Mashad. Shot won't go, but Shower is going to be called with a foul. So the Digs up 78-35. And Fort Kent was going to, it looks like they're going to give him a couple subs here, but they're going to make a couple of them wait as well. Tech shooting 62% from the floor. The Bengals at 22%. And Connor Mashad puts the shot up and in. Substitutions on both sides of the floor. Back in for the Digs, Owen Long. Deacon's back out as well. And Connor Mashad at the stripe. Mashad, 5 points so far on the day. Free throw attempt, no good. Reynolds tried to tip it, no good. And the other way, loose ball, and that is going to be a turnover to Tech. Devin Hodges tried to just kind of scoot the ball forward to Gravely and just kind of mishit it, if you will. And the turnover will go to the Digs. In the backcourt with it. Into the offensive side, Kulanjas to Long. Long, back near side, Mashad, now Kulanjas. Around to screen. Long looked like he was going to take the baseline cut. Kulonjis all the way to the baseline, kicks it out to Long. Owen Long spins to his right, steps through, and is fouled. So Obiora will pick up the personal. So Kene Davis, Obiora will pick up the personal foul. The freshman out of Nigeria. His first minutes here today. Creech is back in here for Fort Kent. And at the line, Owen Long, sophomore out of Three Forks. And Long gets his first point here. 1-1 from the foul line. He's 0 of 1 from the floor here this evening. His second hits the front of the rim, tipped. Reynolds out to Long. He's going to pop the three. Front of the rim won't go. Defensive rebound back the other way. Obiora. Obiora is going to take it all the way to the rack. Pass up top. Creech. Creech. Bounce pass. Knocked to the ground. Loose. Picked up. Decons. Decons in the backcourt. Creech on him defensively. Decons down the floor, left side. Bounce pass goes in to Reynolds. Reynolds with the right hand steps through the double team. Pass is knocked out of bounds. Tech ball. Getting a hand on that one was Barrow. So Solomon reached in, the sophomore out of Senegal. Diggs leading 80-35. This 45-point margin, their biggest of the night. The inbound to Long, three-point shot, new. Fort Kent with a rebound, and back come the Bengals. Bengals across the timeline. Creech. Up toward the top, passes here on the near side to Hodges. Hodges hands it off there to Shower. Obiora, 10 feet out, wide right, rebound Reynolds. Rhett Reynolds hauls it in. Rebound number 6 on the day for Rhett. Done a nice job on the glass here thus far. Kulonjis with the take. Reverse shot is up and in. Josh Kulonjis gets it in. He has 3 points on the evening. Hodges, coast to coast, whistle and a foul as Connor Mashad going to be called with a bump. So Connor Mashad picks up the personal. Keely Bake back in. Michael Ure back in. With 8:34 left to play here in the ball game. This is kind of giving us a little bit better look at, obviously Coach Hyatt goes deeper on the bench than most, especially when it comes to conference play. And I think this game gives us a pretty good look at what we might see rotation-wise out of the Digs. As we make our way toward conference season, we've seen 10 different guys on the floor. And as of right now, everyone has scored. Jump shot from the right elbow is up and in for Barrow. Preseason, Montana Tech, Coach Hyatt has a habit of going real deep on his bench. This feels kind of I don't want to say as contained as we're going to see, but this is probably the 10 guys we're going to see this year. Keely Bake gets another one. Keely Bake knocks down the three. He has 18 points. He's 5 of 8 from downtown. And I give credit to my coffee. He was hanging out in my office today. Fort Kent's tried to feed it inside, knocked away from Barrow. Montana Tech will get the turnover. Turnover number 11 here for the Bengals. Montana Tech around a screen, Keely Bake. Back to Michael Ure, three-point shot, back of the iron, no good. Fort Kent the other way. Down the floor comes Gravely. In the paint, puts it up right-handed. Good defense that time by Bake. Bake puts on the brakes, and he will be fouled as Gravely tried to reach in and take it away. 85-37 our score. And Keely Bake at the line. Bake, 18 points on the day. He's 5 of 8 from downtown. And he'll step up and shoot the 1-and-1. Team foul number 8 on the Bengals. So the front half of the bonus is good. Keely Bake now tied for the lead in scoring right now. He and Okeke both with 19. And Keely, you'll get the ball for attempt number 2 here. So Bake, shot is up, shot is in. Keely Bake has 20 points on the night. And back the other way we go. 7 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Nice pass on the inside. Ball blocked, swatted out of bounds. Hayden Decons gets the block. And we have a timeout on the floor. So a 50-point lead here for the Digs, ladies and gentlemen. 6:59 left to play here in this ball game. With the timeout, we'll take one. We're back here after this. Back here once again after the timeout as Fort Kent looking to inbound on the baseline. Lob pass comes all the way out. Setting things up in your near side. Obiora, bounce pass underneath, almost taken away. Now it goes out, and that will be Orediger basketball. Unable to hold on to it was Gravely. Reynolds will come in. And also Coulanges on the floor for the Digs. Montana Tech leads by 50. And again, they have just been lights out from the floor. 59% shooting percentage right now. They have held the Bengals to 22%. Owen Long drives baseline, pulls up. His jumper hits the front of the rim, no good. And back the other way into the offensive zone. And the Bengals 4 wide, 1 in the high post. Long range 3 is up and in for Obiora. So Obiora knocks it down. Decons to Long. Around a screen up top, handoff. Just inside the arc, Coulanges steps up and fires. So Coulanges knocks it down. Bengals enter into the high post. Baseline, double team, pass into the paint. That one's going to be knocked away, picked up in traffic. And a great pass and slammed home by Barrow. So Barrow will hammer that one home. And the Digs into the offensive side. Peffer. Now to Decons. 5:30 left to play here in the ball game. Down to Peffer in the bottom right corner. Peffer dribbling up with the lefts. Back to his right. Peffer on the baseline. Spins, trying to find somewhere to go. Peffer pass to the wing. Owen Long, three-point shot won't go. Rebound knocked away. And that's going to be a whistle and a foul on Peffer. So Peffer reached across. And that will be a foul on him. And the Bengals will get it back. So again, thanks for joining us here as we make our way through the evening. Right now, Montana Tech leading 89-42. Keely Bake leads all scorers with 20. Okeke has 19 for Montana Tech. And Bengals into the offensive side. Pass into the high post. Down there with it. Novakovic, and his shot goes up and in. Good looking shot by Luka that time. High arc, just dropped it through. Montana Tech leading 89-44. Digs into the offensive side. Lane Love, pass down inside. I had a foul going to go on Novakovic. So Novakovic will pick up the personal. Taking a look here through our numbers. Trying to see what's... Keeley's 20 points is his high this year. His high last year was 19. 19 the year before as well. So Keeley Bake might have a new personal high here. And according to our website, that is the case. So Keeley Bake with a new personal high as far as points. He has 20 points on the evening. He's 6 of 9 from the floor, 5 of 8 from downtown. The Dig's up 89-44 with a timeout. We'll take one. We're back here after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
$89-44 our score. Montana Tech up over the Bengals out of University of Maine, Fort Kent. The Digs, their only game this week. They'll be back in action next Friday. Bounce pass comes in right side. Obiora. Little head fake. Obiora to the elbow. Steps through. Follow-away jumper is up and in. Good looking shot that time by Kine. Outlet down the floor, nobody down the floor, and up and in is Eli Quinn, the freshman out of Frenchtown. Delivers the two-handed slam as the Digs outlet pass, and no one picked him up. Montana Tech up 91-46. Three-point shot is up and long. Defensive rebound, Quinn. Quinn down the floor, he goes to Bridger Vogel. Vogel's shot no good. Offensive rebound, Mashad, he gets hammered. And Connor Mashad is going to go to the foul line. So Connor Mashad, he and Eli Quinn, of course, teammates. That great Frenchtown run as those two bigs had a really good high school career together. And Mashad, fronts of the rim, no good. Reese Paulson out of Belt will get his first minutes here today. Reese, a 6'2" freshman. And Mashad's seconds, no air under it, hits the front of the rim, bounces clean. Montana Tech up 91-46. And controlling is Obiora. He'll get it across to Gravely. Good head fake into the high post, out to the edge. Long range three is up and out. Offensive rebound comes right back to Gravely. He'll attack, no good. And out the other way comes Bridger Vogel. Vogel across the timeline. Vogel moving left, passes that way. Lane Love's gonna pop the three. That one rims out, comes back to him. Love through the lane, attacks, and he gets it. Lane Love rolls that one in. Montana Tech up 93-46. 3:10 left to play. Obiora. Far right wing comes here on the near side, Gravely. Gravely through the double team, puts it up. Nice touch that time by Nick. A junior out of Danville, Virginia. Ball fake through the lane. Love gets another one. Lane Love back-to-back field goals. Timeouts as they'll swap out some personnel here. As into the ball game for Montana Tech is Noah Dowler. Dowler, the freshman out of Glacier. Montana Tech leading 95-48. As Bengals into the offensive side, Gravely into the high post. Ball almost stripped away. To the wing, three-point shot, new. That one's knocked away. Now Lane Love is going to pick up the personal. So the personal foul going to be charged to Bridger Vogel. Actually, no, it's not. It's going to go on Dowler. My apologies. So Dowler picks up the personal, non-shooting foul, team foul number 6 on the digs. Bengals, 4 guys wide, 1 down on the block. Right side of the paints is Novakovic. Pull-up shot knocked away. With the block is going to be Quinn. Quinn delivers down to with big man, and Lane Love hammers it home with 2 hands. Lane Love 6 points. He and Quinn have stepped up big time. Now Love going to get a steal. 3-on-1 the other way. Across to Vogel, and Vogel delivers. 99-48. Montana Tech grabs their biggest lead of the night at 51 points. 1:40 left to play here in the ball game. Little switch dribble as Ramakandran feeds it on the inside. As that pass goes underneath to Novakovic. And the basket counts, so nice take by Novakovic. Tech leading 99-50. Again, the digs will be off until next Friday. And then some big talents, some big teams as they make a run over a little over a week. They'll take on the University of Montana in Missoula on the 10th. Then they'll go to Arizona for games on the 17th and 18th against Arizona Christian in the Masters. Arizona Christian, the number 1 team in the country. The Masters, the number 7 team in the country. Lane Love, far left wing, comes across right side Quinn. Eli Quinn in the paint, puts on the brakes, feeds it back door to Vogel. Vogel puts it up, puts it in. So Bridger Vogel, the freshman out of Belts. And the digs go up 101-51. Right wing looking on the inside. Gravely. Gravely tried to lace it between the double team. It's knocked out of bounds by Montana Tech. 1 minute exactly left to play. The inbound pass attacking the lane. Shot goes high. We're going to get a whistle and a foul as Gravely will go to the line here for Fort Kent. So Montana Tech, 15 players have played here tonight, and 13 of those 15 have scored. Paulson and Dowler, the only 2 with minutes that have not scored, and both are only at 2 minutes right now. Second, no good. Quinn with a rebound. He'll get it out to Paulson. Reese Paulson in the backcourt across midcourt. Left to Lane Love. Lane attacks. Lane, front of the rim, won't go. Outlet down the floor, right side, Allen. Deep 3 is on the way, no good. Tipped, and Lane Love comes out with it. He'll get it across to Paulson. About 6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Eli Quinn with the right hand is fouled. As Gravely going to be called to the shove. And Eli Quinn at the line. So the Frenchtown Bronc, true freshman this year, as I've been talking about. He and Connor Machad both played at Frenchtown. Machad redshirted a year ago. Got into a couple games and had meaningful minutes last year. I think I've been told it's 6 or 7 games this year that Tech players can play in and still retain their red shirt. And Coach Hyatt and Coach Miller are both very aware of those minutes and games, and they will keep a tight leash on it, make sure nobody loses out on any time. 103-52 is going to be our final as University of Maine Fort Kent will hold on to it, and this one will go into the record books. Montana Tech will remain undefeated on the year as they take down the Bengals 103-52. The Digs shot 58% from the floor, 37% from downtown, and they ended up with 51 total rebounds. The rebounding margin still incredibly heavy towards Montana Tech. The Digs had 51 total rebounds, whereas the Bengals finished with 24 on the evening. Montana Tech had 19 offensive rebounds and 18 second chance points. Just an incredibly big number for Montana Tech. Scoring-wise, Keely Bake leads them, and I do believe a new scoring record for Keely Bake. 20 points for him, as he had 19 as a high last year and the year before. 20 points for Keely Bake here tonight. He goes 5 of 8 from downtown, 6 of 9 from the floor. Just a great night for the senior out of Fairfield. Right behind him, Okeke Ifeanyi gets 19 points this evening. He was 9 of 11 from the floor. From there, you're looking at Hayden Decons with 8 points, Michael Ewer with 8 points. Looks like Lane Love with 6, Connor Machad with 5, Peffer gets 5, Bridger Vogel gets 4, Eli Quinn with 4 points, Josh Coulanges with 5, in case I missed that one, and Owen Long with 1 point on the night here for the Digs, as they put 103 points on the board as they take down the Bengals 103-52. On the other side for the Bengals, they shot 28% from the floor in the game, 22% from downtown, and 83% from the free throw line. 24 total rebounds for the Bengals. Of course, again, that was the big discrepancy. 6 offensive rebounds for the Bengals, and those turned into 4 second chance points here on the night. Their leading scorer here tonight was Hodges with 7. Hodges was 1 of 3 from the floor, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. From there, Barrow had 6 points. Grady had 6 points. Islamovich with 5. Looks like hi there. Novakovic gets 5 points on the evening as well. Obiora with 5 points. Vucevic with 3. Sasaki with 2. And Creech with 2 points on the night for the Bengals out of the University of Maine Fort Kent. So Montana Tech will remain undefeated as they get a big win here on the night. Remember, Montana Tech is off till next Friday as 2 teams in town. We'll have a doubleheader as Friday afternoon at noon, the Montana Tech ladies will be hosting a game. That is going to be the grade school game. And then the Montana Tech men will play at 5:30, both against St. Mary's next Friday. 103-52 our final. The Digs with the win over the Bengals here on Digger Vision. Thanks for joining us on a Friday. And remember, we have football tomorrow. The Montana Tech men getting ready to take on Northwestern College. 1 p.m. kickoff. We'll have it for you here on Digger Vision. Until then,